Hello again, quick little bit here from my desk about something that I call inversion. Now, if you're a skier, you've heard of the term inversion before. It's when the temperature at the top of the mountain is actually higher than it is at the bottom of the mountain. It's warmer up top than it is down below. Also, typically with inversion, you get a lot of fog and it's hard to see, but things typically become clearer as you get closer to the top. Well, the same thing is happening in the mortgage world. We have what we call rate inversion, which is when fixed rates are actually lower than variable rates. Looking this morning, 5-year fixed is roughly 40 basis points lower than the 5-year variable when you take into account this latest increase in prime. This is the first time we've seen rate inversion in over 3 years, and the second time we've seen it in about 15, which suggests that historically, variable has won. Now, I'm no economist, but I see this as a glimmer of hope. You see, fixed mortgage rates are influenced by the bond market. And for the last couple or so weeks, bond yields have been floating back down. And the bond market is typically a leading indicator of rates overall, meaning that bond traders are crunching their own economic numbers and looking into their crystal balls, and they're voting with their trades today that the Bank of Canada is getting closer to the mountaintop and the fog is very slowly beginning to lift. And sure enough, this week, for the first time in a while, I'm beginning to get announcements from mortgage lenders that some fixed rates are beginning to turn down. So, the age-old question, should I finally convert my variable into a fixed? Well, it certainly sounds tempting, and if all of these rate hikes are really making you feel the pinch, my advice for you is to watch very closely. I would go online and bookmark the mortgage rate table for your lender and see what happens with their pricing in the next few weeks. If the gap between fixed and your variable stays the same or improves, then think about it. But remember that prime should almost inevitably begin to pull back as well. At least that's what bond traders are starting to signal now. So the variable you're sitting on today may win in the long run over what you managed to lock into today. And most importantly, as I've said over and over, going fixed can expose you to a much larger penalty should you ever need to break or just want to break if rates wind up even lower in the future. Anyway, I hope things are not too upside down in your world. And if you have any mortgage-related questions or concerns, you know where to find me. Cheers.